South Korea, a nation celebrated for its technological advancements, cultural exports, and rapid economic growth. It's a country that has transformed itself from the ruins of war to a global powerhouse in just a few decades. But beneath the surface of this success lies a hidden truth. A work culture so intense and unforgiving that it has led to widespread burnout and silent struggles among its people. In today's video, we'll uncover the realities of South Korea's work culture, where relentless pressure and societal expectations take a heavy toll on mental health and well-being. South Korea's incredible economic transformation, often referred to as the miracle on the Han River, is a testament to the nation's resilience and hard work. After the devastation of the Korean War, the country was in ruins, with little infrastructure and an economy that ranked among the poorest in the world. But through a combination of government-driven industrialization, international aid, and a workforce willing to endure long hours and low wages, South Korea began its rapid ascent. The government's focus on heavy industries like steel, shipbuilding, and electronics created jobs, but it also instilled a culture of relentless work. The idea that hard work is synonymous with national pride became deeply embedded in South Korean society. Workers were expected to dedicate their lives to their jobs, often working 6 days a week with little regard for personal time or well-being. This work ethic was seen as a collective effort to rebuild the nation, but it also laid the groundwork for a culture of overwork that persists to this day. Over time, this culture of sacrifice became institutionalized. The concept of gapjil, or hierarchical abuse, and pali-pali, a mindset that values speed and efficiency above all else, became ingrained in the corporate world. Workers were expected to put in long hours, attend after-work gatherings, and show unwavering loyalty to their companies. These unwritten rules have been passed down through generations, creating an environment where questioning authority or advocating for work-life balance is often frowned upon. Today, South Korea is known for having some of the longest working hours among OECD countries. Despite recent attempts to reduce these hours through legislation, such as the 52-hour workweek law, the reality for many workers is far from ideal. Companies often find ways to circumvent these regulations, expecting employees to work unpaid overtime or participate in company activities outside of regular working hours. The toll this takes on workers is immense. Exhaustion, stress, and burnout are commonplace. The phenomenon known as kwarosa, or death by overwork, is a grim reminder of the extreme pressures faced by South Korean workers. These cases are not isolated incidents, but a reflection of a broader societal issue where overwork is normalized and even expected. For many, the constant pressure to perform and the fear of job loss lead to severe mental health issues. Anxiety, depression, and other stress-related disorders are rampant, yet many suffer in silence. The stigma surrounding mental health in South Korea prevents individuals from seeking help, with concerns about how they will be perceived by their employers and colleagues. While all workers face challenges in South Korea's demanding work culture, women often bear an even heavier burden. Gender inequality remains a significant issue, with South Korea consistently ranking among the lowest in terms of gender parity within the workplace. Women are often expected to excel in their careers while also fulfilling traditional roles at home, such as caring for children and managing household duties. This dual burden contributes to what is often referred to as the superwoman syndrome, where women are pressured to do it all: work, family, and social obligations, often at the cost of their own well-being. Despite South Korea's economic progress, the glass ceiling remains firmly in place for many women. They face significant barriers to career advancement, including lower pay, limited access to leadership roles, and a corporate culture that favors men. This hidden side of South Korea's work culture isn't just about statistics. It's about real people and their struggles. Have you or someone you know faced similar pressures in a demanding work environment? Let's share our experiences and insights. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like this video if you're finding it eye-opening so far. Your support helps us uncover and share these hidden truths. The relentless demands of South Korea's work culture have led to a mental health crisis that cannot be ignored. The country has one of the highest suicide rates among developed nations, with workplace stress being a major contributing factor. Despite this, mental health remains a taboo subject, with many choosing to endure their struggles in silence rather than seek help. Efforts to address this crisis have been slow, with only recent initiatives aimed at improving mental health support within the workplace. However, these measures often lack the depth and commitment needed to create lasting change. The fear of stigma continues to overshadow the need for treatment, leaving many workers feeling isolated and unsupported. Yet, there is hope. Grassroots movements and advocacy groups are beginning to challenge the status quo, raising awareness about the importance of mental health and pushing for systemic change. As more people speak out about their experiences, the conversation around mental health in South Korea is slowly beginning to shift. The younger generation, often referred to as the Enpo generation, represents a silent rebellion against the expectations placed on them by previous generations. Faced with economic instability, high living costs, and an unforgiving job market, many young South Koreans are choosing to opt out of traditional career paths. Instead, they are pursuing freelance work, entrepreneurship, and other non-conventional ways of making a living. This shift reflects a broader disillusionment with the traditional corporate ladder, where success often comes at the cost of personal happiness. For the Enpo generation, the idea of giving up on conventional markers of success, such as marriage, homeownership, and stable jobs, is not seen as failure, but as a strategic adaptation to an increasingly challenging world. They are challenging long-held norms, rejecting the pressures to conform to outdated standards, and creating new pathways to fulfillment. This shift is not just a rebellion, but a call for a societal transformation, advocating for a future where work is not synonymous with sacrifice, but is integrated into a balanced life. While this generation faces its own set of challenges, including financial instability and a lack of social safety nets, they are also driving cultural change. Through social media, online platforms, and grassroots movements, they are advocating for a redefinition of success, one that prioritizes mental health, personal fulfillment, and work-life balance. By embracing alternative career models and pushing for systemic reform, the Enpo generation is paving the way for a more balanced and equitable future. Their actions reflect a growing desire for a work culture that supports, rather than exploits, individual well-being and creativity. They are not merely reacting to their circumstances, but actively shaping a new, more humane approach to work and life. As the pressures of South Korea's work culture become increasingly unsustainable, there is a growing call for change. Companies are beginning to recognize the importance of work-life balance, with some introducing flexible work hours, remote working options, and wellness programs. The government is also playing a role, implementing policies aimed at reducing working hours and promoting mental health. But meaningful change requires more than just policies. It requires a cultural shift. The deeply ingrained values of loyalty, sacrifice, and hierarchy must be reevaluated to create a work environment where productivity is measured not by hours spent at a desk, but by the well-being and satisfaction of employees. South Korea's journey is one of remarkable resilience and achievement, but it's also a cautionary tale of the human cost of unrelenting ambition. As the country grapples with the hidden struggles of its workforce, it's clear that the pursuit of success should never come at the expense of health, happiness, and dignity. South Korea's work culture is a powerful reminder of the cost of unrelenting ambition and societal pressure. As we look beyond the surface of economic success, it's crucial to recognize the silent struggles faced by millions every day. The stories we've shared today aren't just unique to South Korea. They echo the challenges faced by workers worldwide. Whether you're watching from halfway across the globe or right in the heart of Seoul, remember that your mental health and well-being are more important than any job title or societal expectation. Change begins with conversation, awareness, and the courage to prioritize what truly matters. Thank you for watching, and if this video resonated with you, please share it with others who might need to hear this message. Let's continue to explore and bring light to the hidden truths of our world, one story at a time. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and until next time, take care of yourself and each other.